First question, raise your hand if you've got children in the audience. Pretty much most of us. Okay, second question, raise your hand if you have staff or any direct reports or anybody who reports into you. So I think between us all, we've got either children or staff covered off. The first thing I'm going to say this morning is this. You view your staff like you view your children. I mean it. You view your staff like you view your children. Let me explain a little bit more. For those of you who said you've got children, I don't care what you say, you have a favourite. Now, I ask this question to people all the time, which is your favourite child? And they always say, don't be silly, Martin, I like all my children the same. Rubbish. We have a favourite, right? It's usually the firstborn, or if it's not the firstborn, it's the one that sticks to the rules. It's the nice one, right? It's the one that says, yes, I will do that first time every time. It's the one that gives you the least hassle, a kind-natured child. And then we have a second child. And this second child can only be described as feral. I mean, and as a father of three, I can speak for myself here. This second child is feral. They don't stick to the rules. You know, they challenge the status quo. You spend your entire time trying to guide and discipline this child. And all I can describe it as is they cost you days and weeks of frustration, but they're capable of moments of brilliance. And that's the feral child. And then for you, those of you like me who are brave enough or silly enough to have 3 children, the third child, I mean, has anybody seen the third child? I mean, it's okay, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. And this is it. This is how we view our children. And it's the same with your staff. I see it all the time in businesses. You have the staff that you like. You have the staff that you like, the ones who stick to the rules and fill in the systems and don't give you too much grief and they get on with their job. You also have the staff that you don't like. You have the staff that you don't like, the ones who cause you problems, who challenge, who feel like they're negative at times and they're challenging for the sake of challenging. But at times, again, in the workplace, they're capable of brilliance. And then you have the rest of your staff, like the poor third child, who go under the radar. And actually, you can go 3 or 4 days without even seeing them. You know, what's happening with John? And what's my serious point here? My serious point is when we look at people and when we form a perception of people, we do so on what I call the above the waterline behaviours, characteristics and traits of them with our children or our staff.